first time that I did an ayahuasca ceremony was here in Canada. So there is a church that has worked really hard to legalize the use of ayahuasca through a Portuguese religion that's about 2 hours north of Toronto. So I did end up going with two friends, and it was their first time as well, and I would say that we were extremely nervous. We didn't know what to expect, but we did wear all white, so you had to wear an all white dress if you were a female, and if you're male you had to wear all white pants and a t-shirt. And they did segregate the men from the women, which was something that I did like because it helped me to feel a little bit more safe rather than to be in a room beside, you know, men and you don't know how you're going to be feeling, that kind of thing. So when we did the ayahuasca ceremony, what I enjoyed about it was that it was about 7 to 8 hours. And it's recommended that you do 3 doses, what essentially is like shots. And with the doses, they take you deeper and deeper into a trance state of consciousness, which would be like the Aya consciousness. So you are working with the spirit Aya, and you set your intention before you do it. Now, if I can recall, because I've done about 3 ayahuasca ceremonies now, I do believe I did 2 servings that time. I don't believe that I did a third, because to be honest, you have to build up a tolerance to it, and it's extremely, extremely strong and powerful. And what I did like about it and doing it through this church was that it was close. I didn't have to travel, like fly anywhere. And that if you weren't feeling great afterwards, you could stay a little bit, or you could just get a hotel and drive home the next day. And I like that there was chanting, and you read spiritual scripts while you were doing it. So essentially we were doing it for like purification and sending love out into the world and things like that, which is totally up my alley. But I do recall that when I had that first experience, I had asked to be purified. And I do remember being told by a spirit, I was vomiting and I was being told to purge the evil spirits that I had within me. And I did feel different after that experience for sure. And I did connect with different orishas because they're connected to this religion. And I did speak with them and have guidance throughout this ceremonial experience. As well, I was greeted by my dad and my grandmother and my best friend I was telling you about that had passed away, that I had known since I was 12. He was there. And it was very interesting to be able to have that out-of-body experience in a safe environment. I would say, you know, there's different types of priests and priestesses that would walk around to make sure that you were okay. And I did like that aspect of it, so you didn't necessarily feel like you were on your own doing it. But I would say that this experience is definitely for the brave soul, because you don't know what can happen, you don't know what can come up or what lesson you need to work through or know at the time. So you definitely have to put on a brave face and just know that you're gonna find out whatever it is that you need to know right now. And if you ask for answers to guidance for specific things you feel stuck on at this time in life, you will definitely receive those answers, and you will be guided on how to move forward, okay? The only thing, again, is that the medicine is very, very strong. So they don't mix it with anything at this church, which again is something that I really liked. It's just straight ayahuasca tea, ceremonial tea, essentially. But it will take a little bit of time for you to come back down. I would say the come down is not terrible. It feels like a little bit of a hangover where you may feel a bit exhausted because you were just in such a high consciousness, vibing and receiving so much information and downloads in such a short span, and you do receive healing. So essentially, that experience it was very transformational for me. And again, I did mention I had gone back 2 more times, so of course it couldn't have been that bad. However, I would recommend that you only go if you feel called or guided to go. So ever since I did my 3 ayahuasca ceremonial retreats or sessions that I had, I would say I haven't felt like I've needed it since, but I would say the 3 sessions really helped me to evolve, grow, expand, to really learn more about myself and my journey. And again, it always feels great to connect with spiritual deities, guides, and loved ones. It just gives you this feeling of peace and just knowing that there is another side to this, that this isn't, the only thing that's here for you.